Hey crafty friends, I'm here with another collaboration between Chibitronics and an awesome little new to me stamp company. This is called the Sweet Stamp Shop, and I have got some sweet images here, and not only stamps but also some of these really cool like stickers, color your own sticker products that they do. So I'm going to be making a card today focusing on a couple of these products. I have this stamp which is like a starry night sky, and I'm going to emboss that with some silver embossing powder, and this embossing powder is from a French company called Aladdin, and I really like the way it gives an awesome metallic look. So I'm going to emboss that on the top section of a piece of cardstock, and I've cut this cardstock to be the same size as a note card. So it's 5.5 by 4.25 inches, and I'm adding some blue faded jeans distress oxides to that and giving it a little spritz with some water just to see that ink reactivate and get a little bit of splotchiness on there. I've cut another panel using a cloud border die from Lawn Fawn, and that's going to go just below or in front of my sky. And for my images I have got the castle or the palace, and it's one of those stickers actually. So I have stuck it onto some card and then cut around the outside. And then for the cute little dragon, how sweet is he, I've just stamped that onto some normal plain white Copic friendly cardstock and then coloured it in with my Copics. So I'm going to build my circuit on top of this cloudy panel, but in front of it I want to create some flames. So I'm going to have some flames coming up behind my castle. It's a little bit morbid, I think. But in that dragon stamp set there's two images, a solid flame image and then an outline, and just off camera I stamped a couple of them in a row and traced around it, and I'm going to put them behind a grassy border, and this is cut using the Lawn Fawn Simple Stitch Hillside Borders, and I'm inking that up with some peel paint distress oxide just to carry in that kind of oxide tones. And I'll position my flames behind my grassy mound. So on the front I'll have another layer, a landscape layer, and that's where I'll hide my battery, but I need to take my grassy layer and cut a hole in it so that I can have my battery peek through. There's a little bit of room there for my battery. So I've taken a square die from the Simon Says Stamp Stitched Square set, and it's the smallest one in that set, and cut a square at the bottom left corner, and I'll trace where it is onto my cloudy section, and that's so that I can help build my circuit. So I know where I want my battery to be. I'm going to add a little battery holder, which is just a flap of normal copy paper, and then I'll need to of course use my copper tape to create two lines of tape. And the tape will run from the negative end of the battery all the way along through the negative end of my LED lights. All of them. I'm going to use 2 on today's projects. I'm using 2 white lights today. I had thought it'd be fun to use the orange lights, but unfortunately I didn't have any left. I need to get some more. So then we'll also have another line of tape that goes from the positive side of the battery all the way to the positive sides of my lights. And if you're interested in learning more about Chibitronics, please do go back and have a look. I've got a whole load of cards and video tutorials on how to make them, and they're not as hard as you might think. So now that I have my 2 lines of tape in place, I can position the little LEDs right on top. And if you struggle with getting the 2 lines of copper tape the right distance apart, Chibitronics has a little stencil which is perfect for this. Now to stick my battery onto this bottom layer of tape, I just use a little bit of tape runner on either side of the copper and position that down like this. And when I fold over the flap, of course, my lights light up. Now to make sure that it doesn't accidentally touch when it goes through the mail, or even if it's just lying dormant in my craft room, I put some 1mm foam pads along either side of the copper tape on the little flap, so it will always hover about 1mm above the battery until you press down and compress that foam and make the connection between the copper tape and the battery. So now my grassy border is in place here, and my little palace is going to go in the middle. But my front panel, I want to add something on here to make it obvious that you have to push it. And also in that dragon stamp set, there is this sweet little egg. So I stamped that onto my front panel. I've masked it off using some masking tape or a little post-it tape, inked up that section again, and then when I reveal it, it is bright white. And I can come in with my Copic markers now, add a little colour, but it's still not obvious that it is a button. So I'm going to take the Heffy Doodle Interactive Figure stamp set, and there's a stamp in here that says push me, so I'm going to add that onto the white section on the top of my little egg. Here we go. So now I'm going to add some foam tape around about that area and stick that down. And to finish off the card, I'm going to take my cute little dragon, add him to an action wobbler and stick him on the front section of the card. And I thought that the sky looked a little bit bare, and I wanted to add a grating. And also in this stamp set, there is an image that says, "Cute? Who, me?" And I thought that that was the perfect little thing to add to this card, because he may look sweet, but obviously he can do quite a bit of damage. Thanks so much for joining me, and be sure to hop on over to the Chibitronics blog to see more projects by the Chibi team and Sweet Stamp Shop. Thank you so much for watching this video. Here's some more videos that you may like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to make sure that you don't miss any of my other videos as soon as they're released. You can also leave me a like and a comment down here, and don't forget to follow me on social media @HungryHeffy. I'll see you there. Have a great day and happy crafting. Bye!